Hey everybody, my name is Gavin. I'm one of the pastors here at New Springs Church, and we're asking if you would consider to give your year-end 2022 tax-deductible donation to the ministry of our church. Our mission as a church is to exist as this representation of the coming kingdom of God right here in South Florida. And the way we do that is by our worship on Sunday mornings and throughout our lives, the way that we welcome one another into our space, and the way that we witness about the goodness of Jesus Christ to our community. As you may know, we're a young church plant that's existed for about 3.5 years. I can remember back to early 2019, around January, we got together. There was about 20 of us, and we went to a local Hard Exercise Works, a CrossFit style gym. And we're sitting on these boxes that people typically do their box jumps and exercises on. I'm preaching a sermon from Philippians, standing in front of everybody. We're playing music from someone's cell phone from Amazon Music as our worship because we didn't have anyone who was musically gifted at the time. And from that to what God has brought us through and to now, little did we know that about a year later, we would run into a global pandemic as nobody knew at the time. I remember then that just a week before that, we had an ordination service where we got to celebrate me becoming an official ordained teaching elder in the PCA, one of less than 60 Black men who hold that title in the United States of America. The very following week, we got together on March 15th at Maplewood Elementary, where we were meeting at that time, really to just pray and ask for God's comfort, His blessing, His security, His direction, because we didn't know what was going to happen. About 6 or 7 months later, God showed up in a major way. And the space that I'm sitting in right now is the space that He blessed us with, a storefront right here in the city of Coral Springs, where we've been able to meet for the last 2 years. And sure enough, God, being the faithful God that He is, has grown our congregation, has put together families, has bound together marriages, new ones that have happened, other ones that have been strengthened, new babies have been born, people have been baptized, new members have joined the church. And here we sit in December of 2022, averaging about 80 people on a Sunday morning, hosting 2 services at 9 and 10:30 a.m., expanding our community involvement, hosting Trunk or Treat annually, Christmas and Coffee, an event where we get together and sing Christmas hymns and carols. And just last week, we hosted for the very first time a job fair, partnering with the nonprofit Better Together to be able to put employers and employees together to bring hope, dignity, purpose, and employment here in Coral Springs. And we're proud to say that 2 people were able to find jobs through that event. And it's something that we seek to continue on into the future. And so where we need your help in order for us to continue ministries like this one and expand even further is that you consider donating. We're at about a $5,000 deficit monthly from our expenses and what we need to be bringing in to continue the operations and ministries of the church. And so we estimate that multiplying that out for an entire year for 2023, we're about $60,000 short of where our goal is. And so we ask that in your prayers, as the Christmas season approaches, that you would include us, that you would think about us, and that God, by His Spirit, would so move you to be able to give. You can do so by going to our website, www.newspringschurch.com/give or /give. You can do so by following us on Instagram, and there's a giving link right there in Linktree. Or if you're local, you can just join us on a Sunday morning at 9 or 10:30 a.m. and be able to worship with us, meet us, fellowship with us, and give there. And so we ask that you would prayerfully consider doing so to help further some of the ministries that we have going on. God bless and Merry Christmas.